So this week I've got a bunch of big projects to do. The first two things I'm going to tackle are processing the broccoli and the mulberries. So I'm doing a couple things with the mulberries besides just eating them by the bowlful. But I've been drying them and I'm going to powder them along with some other things like kale to try and make something to add to my juice in the winter. Hopefully it'll be a immunity boost. And I'm getting quite a bit. And then also I'm going to make mulberry simple syrup to add to drinks. So here's the mulberries in the pot. I added a quart of water. And then I only added 2 cups of sugar, I believe. It was not as much as you normally would for simple syrup, but it was too sweet in the end anyways. I should have even added less. But yeah, just boiled it for about 10 minutes. Then I kind of mashed them up a little bit. Sorry, I was holding the camera and trying to mash them. But then I strained out the spent fruit and gave it to the chickens and jarred them up. And here they are. It's beautiful. I'm going to put 2 in the freezer and 2 in the fridge. They freeze pretty well. That's why there's so much space at the top. But yeah, so now onto the broccoli. So I'm going to freeze them. So they need to be blanched first for 2 minutes in boiling water. Look at all that broccoli I spilled. Set the timer. And I do put the lid back on. Make sure it's boiling. And then you pull them out, dunk them in ice water. About 2 minutes again. You want them to stop cooking. And this preserves the nutrients. And it makes it way easier. They come out really well in the freezer. So, chop up more. And then after the ice bath, I put them in the salad spinner. They need to be as dry as they can be. Set the timer. My dog is super interested because he loves cabbage. So he thinks I'm going to give him some cabbage. He doesn't like broccoli. He likes cabbage. But anyway, super funny. Never known a dog to like that. So into the salad spinner. And then onto a drying rack. And then I'm going to vacuum seal them in bags. And here's me writing 22 instead of 23. Don't worry, I caught that. But yeah, when I put things in the freezer, I put the year on them. So they really only last about a year, even if they're vacuum sealed. But so I froze about half, and then we're eating half fresh. And it seems like a lot, but to be honest with you, I had bought way more broccoli. I should have had 3 times more than what you're seeing here, at least. but it turned out that the plants were mislabeled and they were just cabbage. So I have 2 beds full of cabbage, which is okay. It's not our favorite. We definitely eat it, but we love broccoli. My whole family loves broccoli. It would have been nice to have that. But anyway, we're going for a big fall crop of broccoli, so hopefully that'll work out. Every year is a surprise in the garden. So I ended up with 9 meals worth of broccoli here, and then we have that much in the fridge to eat fresh. So not bad. So, on to the next project, picking garlic. About 2/3 of it was done, ready to be picked, and then I left a third in another week or 2. Once they're brown, about a third of the way up, they're ready to pull. And previous to this, in the shade, I made a little bench with a screen cloth to dry them on. They need to cure in the shade outside for a while till the skins are all nice and papered up. So you pull them out of the ground and don't wash them. Put them on a screen in the shade to dry. Look at this ridiculous crabgrass root grew straight through the bulb. Ugh, the crabgrass. That's all I do is pull it. Unbelievable. And here is what I harvested. Some of this I planted, and some of this was volunteer. That's why I ended up with so much. I would say 25%. This is the next day, and this is a big project. I spent the morning deep soaking the garden beds by hand with the hose and fertilizing. I used a granular on some of the plants and a liquid feed on some of the other ones, depending on their needs. Yeah, so this was a big project. Took me about an hour and a half, but totally worth it. This is our first super hot week, and I wanted the plants to be extra prepared for no rain and high temperatures. So hopefully this will help a lot. And I'll leave you guys here, and happy gardening. Thanks for watching.